Hello everyone. Today we are moving on to our next lesson, that is our environment. So let us see what is environment first. Environment is the surroundings in which an organism lives, including all the living and non-living things. That means all the living and non-living things around us together form our environment. What happens to the waste that is added to the environment? We know that we have certain enzymes in our body which helps in digestion. Likewise, decomposers have certain enzymes which help in breaking down the waste. The substances that can be broken down by such biological processes are called biodegradable substances, whereas substances that cannot be broken down by such biological processes are called non-biodegradable substances. For example, plastic is non-biodegradable. Plastic cannot be degraded because bacteria or saprophytes are not having enzymes that can break down plastic. Now let us see what is ecosystem and what are its components. All the interacting organisms in an area together with the non-living constituents of the environment form an ecosystem. That is, ecosystem consists of all living things and non-living things in an area. The living things are called as the biotic components and the non-living things are called the abiotic components. Biotic components or factors include all living things like plants, animals, microorganisms, etc. And abiotic factors include all non-living factors like air, soil, temperature, light, minerals, etc. Now let us see the different types of ecosystems. There are mainly two types of ecosystems, natural and artificial or man-made. Natural ecosystems can be terrestrial like grassland, forest or desert, or it can be aquatic like oceans and lakes. Artificial or man-made ecosystems are aquarium, crop field, gardens at our homes, etc. Biotic components of an ecosystem can be classified into producers, consumers, and decomposers. As you know, producers are organisms which can make organic compounds like sugar and starch from inorganic substances using the radiant energy of the sun in the presence of chlorophyll. That is, all organisms which can undergo photosynthesis comes under the group producers. Example, all green plants and blue-green algae. Consumers are organisms which consume the food that is produced by the producers, either directly from the producers or indirectly by feeding on other consumers. Decomposers are microorganisms like bacteria and fungi which break down the complex organic substances into simple inorganic substances. These inorganic substances are later returned to the soil, which is then used up by the plants. Consumers can be classified based on their food habits into herbivores, omnivores, carnivores, and parasites. Herbivores, as you know, are animals which depend on plants for their food. Carnivores are animals which depend on other animals for their food. And omnivores are organisms which feed on both plants as well as animals. Parasites are organisms which live in or on host organisms and depend on the host for their food and live in their expense. So these are the different components of the ecosystem.